Hey everybody, this is Lavinia Jackson. Just thought I'd put out a video today. Lots of exciting things are happening with me and my hashtag Poetry in Motion. Also, lots of things are going on in the community as we are in a reactive state with the senseless murder of yet another black man. But that's a whole nother conversation that I'll tie in towards the end. Tonight I have a interview with my good friend Moody Black on Blog Talk Radio. You can find him online, and I'll be there on the phone. And I'm the feature poet, so I am mad excited about that. Also, I'm going to be going over to the artist block, hopefully after the interview, to get with my friends to do work with rap, to unveil a new poem based on a piece by one of my favorite artists here, Dwayne Howell. And let's see, that's those two things. Then, next week, Wednesday, I'll be doing Poetry in the Park. All goes well. Working on community boxes and poetry boxes from the voices in the community. 12 to 1:30, Center City Park. You should see me there. Then I get to fly out, the girls and I get to fly out to Chicago for We Live in Color, for the actual award ceremony for the Maya Angelou award that I'm receiving in Chicago on Saturday. Then we'll come back. We'll hang out with my family and we'll come back. And then we'll be back at Center City Park 12 to 1:30 on the following Wednesday, the 20th, to do more poetry boxes and poetry in the park. And that's about it, beyond working on a manuscript, pulling together book 2, doing the things that are necessary to move through my contract, because the demand, thank you all so much, is high for the next installment of the Sophocene series. Yay! So, somewhere in between these things that I'm dealing with today, because today is heavy, I just began my 4th, yay, and there's new moon in Cancer, which means we're uber emotional and things of that nature. There's some things that are going on that have to do with poetry, that have to do with relationships, that have to do with how we think about life. And I was reminded by several friends, several events, several conversations, that we spend an awful lot of time making assumptions. By text message, by social media, by videos. We make a lot of assumptions. We assume that we don't need the face-to-face. We assume that we don't actually have to build relationships when the opposite is true. We assume that business is just going to happen as opposed to the work that we need to put into it. We assume the system is going to change when we make no effort or put very little effort into making it change. The biggest changes that we have to make are first within ourselves, second within our community, and then within the greater good. There is no other way to do it. So, with all of these senseless killings, whether they be down in Baton Rouge, up in Chicago, over in Baltimore, here in Greensboro, out in LA, up in Sacramento, in San Antonio, people are dying every day because of the system. I am a human. And if I don't value my humanity, and if I continue to live under the labels of whatever color that somebody claims I am, then I'm doing myself a disjustice, an injustice. So, and I'm in a space today, and I had to share this because I didn't realize until this past Sunday how important that my relationships are and how much they needed to be in alignment with the work that I am called to do, which is through poetry. Social justice doesn't change because I use a different media. I can use, community service. I can use a lot of things to make these things manifest. But I have to understand who I am as a person, what my purpose is, and if I'm in harmony with that. That's part of the reason why I started Harmony on Purpose, was to make sure that I stayed in balance, stayed in alignment with the things that make my dreams come true. It's not about your dreams. It's really about my dreams and living my life to the fullest extent that I can. So, all the things that I've been doing here recently, whether it's visual poetry walk, whether it's attending business openings, whether it's attending meetings, having friends over, whatever I can do, those are all working to be in alignment. But I've also done things that aren't in alignment. Trust me. And I have to look at those things as lessons. Even though I was told, and even though I might have known better, I'm no better or no worse than anybody else. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to grow from them. I'm going to need some extra water. I'm going to need somebody else to come by and pull the weeds out my life because, even though I'm a flower, weeds still get in the ground somehow. Right. I hope y'all caught that. It is senseless of us to sit here and complain about what we didn't do and be reactive. We have a responsibility. And that word never meant so much as it does now. We have a responsibility for reciprocity. What we give is what we shall receive. And we have been given a great deal. We just don't realize our gifts. So take a few moments today, even like me, as mad as I am and as hurt as I am by what's going on in Baton Rouge. Take a few minutes. So think about what you put out there and what work you are doing to improve the situation, your situation. Don't bring your chaos to my table. Don't bring your chaos to my door. Don't invite me into your chaos. Invite me into your peace. Invite me into whatever is your home so that we can build a relationship built on truth. See, poetry is my truth. Sometimes I can be cryptic and hide behind the words. Other times I'm straightforward. But poetry is my truth. But you have to read it. You don't just have to hear it. You have to read it. That's active. That's participation. That's intent. That's why I tell folks that I'm not just a performer. Yes, I can perform my poetry. Yes, that gets people's attention. But what is going to resonate most with people is not only hearing it, but bending those pages and turning back and forth and looking at the work. Feeling it in your spirit, feeling it in your soul, knowing which poem moved you today to do something more, do something greater. So like I said, you can catch me hopping all around, doing all kinds of things, but I'm still going to be the same person that I was a little while ago. I'm still going to be that poet. I'm still going to be the one that looks to look inside the tragedy and see what it's saying to me. Yeah, I got to hold some people a little bit closer. Yeah, I got to hold some people up in the light a little bit longer. Yes, I have to build the village and make sure that we are stronger than we ever were before. Yeah, that's the things that I got to do. I don't know what you have to do, but that's the work that I have to do. So, as you go through today, looking for purpose in the pain, looking for answers that, we already have, looking for solutions. Do some inner work. Be the poet and the poetry. Don't just be the words. Have a great and awesome Wednesday. Yep, it's Wednesday. Enjoy this Cancer season. Enjoy the breath and the life that you have. Just know that you are not alone. Just know that I am here to help, to encourage, to love, to be, to live. If you want a copy of my book, please go to www.lavishlife88.com, or you can inbox me on my Facebook page, on my personal page, or you can reach out to me in email. It's jackson.lavinia@gmail.com and ask for a copy. They're only $15. Please, take the time to find your purpose. Make keeping it, make that your harmony. Enjoy.